Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Do you ever feel like you're drowning in to-do lists, endless notifications, and a calendar that looks like a Jackson Pollock painting? You start your day with a million good intentions, but by the end, you feel like you've been running on a hamster wheel, busy but not actually productive. What if I told you the secret to getting more done isn't about adding more apps, more hacks, or more caffeine? It's about doing less. Today, we're diving into the Minimalist's Guide to a Highly Productive Day. This isn't about owning just one chair. It's about reclaiming your time and focus. So, what's the first step? It's what I call the power of one. Instead of a sprawling to-do list with 20 items, I want you to identify the one single most important task for the day. Just one. Ask yourself, if I could only accomplish one thing today to feel successful, what would it be? This is your North Star. For example, if I'm working on a big project, my one thing might be to finish the first draft of a script. It's not work on project, it's a specific, tangible outcome. Everything else for the day becomes secondary. This single focus prevents you from scattering your energy across minor tasks like answering every single email as it comes in or organizing your desktop for the 10th time. It gives your day a clear purpose and a guaranteed win. Once you have your one thing, the next principle is to create a focus block. Minimalism is all about removing distractions to highlight what's truly important. Your time is no different. A focus block is a dedicated, non-negotiable period of time, say 90 minutes, where you work only on your most important task. No phone, no email notifications, no just quickly checking social media. You have to be ruthless here. Think of it like putting up a "do not disturb" sign on your brain. When I have to write a script, I put my phone in another room, close all unrelated browser tabs, and set a timer. For that 90-minute block, the outside world ceases to exist. It's amazing what you can accomplish with truly uninterrupted concentration. You'll often get more done in that single block than you would in 3 hours of fragmented, distracted work. Now, this doesn't mean you ignore everything else. It just means you handle it intentionally. This brings us to the third concept, batching the mundane. Instead of letting little tasks interrupt your flow all day, group them together and knock them out in one go. For instance, instead of checking your email every 15 minutes, designate 2 specific times a day to process your inbox, maybe once in the late morning and once before you wrap up your workday. The same goes for making calls, running errands, or even meal prepping. I used to reply to comments and messages as they came in, which constantly pulled me out of my creative zone. Now I set aside 30 minutes in the afternoon to reply to everyone at once. It's more efficient, and it protects my precious deep work time. By batching these necessary but low-impact activities, you keep them from chipping away at your focus and momentum. Okay, let's talk about your environment. A minimalist approach to productivity extends to your physical and digital spaces. This is about curating your workspace. A cluttered desk leads to a cluttered mind. You don't need a perfectly aesthetic, all-white desk you see on Instagram, but you do need a space that minimizes distractions. Take a look at your desk right now. Are there old coffee mugs, stacks of paper you haven't looked at in months, or random gadgets you never use? Tidy it up. Keep only the essentials within arm's reach. The same principle applies to your digital workspace. Clean up your desktop. Organize files into a simple folder system. Uninstall apps you don't use. I once had my phone's home screen filled with dozens of apps, each one screaming for my attention with a red notification bubble. I moved everything except my absolute essentials, phone, messages, camera, to the second page. Just that simple act reduced my mindless phone checking tenfold. Your environment should serve your focus, not fight against it. Finally, and this might be the most important minimalist principle of all, embrace intentional rest. Hustle culture tells us that to be productive, we need to be on 24/7. Minimalism teaches us the opposite. True productivity isn't about endurance. It's about strategic sprints and deliberate recovery. You cannot pour from an empty cup. Schedule breaks into your day just as you would schedule meetings. The Pomodoro technique is great for this. 25 minutes of work, 5 minutes of rest. But go beyond that. What are you doing at the end of your workday? Are you truly unplugging? Or are you just shifting from your work screen to your social media screen? A minimalist day ends with a hard stop. For me, that means closing my laptop and going for a walk, reading a physical book, or cooking dinner without my phone nearby. This downtime isn't lazy, it's essential. It's what allows your brain to recharge, consolidate information, and come back even stronger and more creative the next day. Productivity isn't a marathon you run until you collapse. It's a sustainable rhythm. So let ES recap the Minimalist S Guide. Start with the power of one to define your most important task. Carve out a focus block to work on it without distraction. Batch the mundane to handle small tasks efficiently. Curate your workspace, both physical and digital, to reduce clutter. And finally, embrace intentional rest to recharge and sustain your energy. It's not about doing more. It's about focusing on what truly moves the needle. It's about creating space in your day to breathe, think, and perform at your best. Give it a try for just 1 week, and I promise you'll feel not just more productive, but also calmer and more in control of your day. Thank you so much for watching. If you found these tips helpful, I'd be so grateful if you could give this video a thumbs up. It really helps the channel out. And if you have a minimalist productivity tip of your own, please share it in the comments below. I'd love to read it. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on our next video. Until next time, stay focused and be well.